Welcome back to the Budgeting Budgie. On this channel, I'm sharing our journey to becoming debt-free. You're probably wondering where I've been for the last approximately 2 months or so. So basically, I am still pregnant, currently overdue. So he's sitting at 41 weeks and 2 days. So that's about 9 days past due. So if you can't tell, I'm quite out of breath constantly. Also, I've been a bit sick lately with fatigue and things like that. And then I also caught a really bad cold, which took me a while to get over. And just thing after thing kept happening. So I wasn't finding the time in order to update you guys. And I really do apologize. And we've also refinanced our mortgage as well in the meantime. And yeah, just so many things have been happening that I just haven't had a chance to be able to sit down and actually film. So my husband's been home with me quite a bit as well. So yeah, there's just been a lot of stuff happening. But anyway, so I thought instead of doing a February budget catch up and then doing a March budget and things like that, that I just do Q1. I know that we're at the tail end of April, so I'll be doing the same thing for April's budget. So I'll do a Q2 in at the beginning of July, instead of showing you April's budget, how April ended. So hopefully that way I can get you all up to speed on what exactly has been happening with our budget and things. I haven't been paying too much close attention to it just because I have been sick and things. So I do apologize in advance. Not everything is adding up, but look, it's just the way that it happens sometimes. Life happens. Anyway, so sorry for my long intro there, but let's just get into today's video with Q1 2023's budget. Okay, so here we are at our income. I apologize if I'm a bit out of practice here. So we did get a little bit of an extra income. So it was a credit card reversal fee, which we weren't expecting. So for actual, so that was $415. You'll see why in a minute whilst I'm starting at the bottom here. So my spending, I did end up taking out $67 from there. That's when we were doing the 100 envelope challenge. And then for the public holiday, it was $321 was the actual. So over here, it was an extra 21, 415, which we weren't expecting. That stayed the same. And then this is the very scary part. And this was part of the reason why I hadn't posted budget updates, is actually our pay. So from our salary was a lot less than what we were expecting. So we were expecting $32,383 for the quarter. So that's for January, February, March. However, we only received, and I know it sounds weird to say only, but when you're doing an every dollar budget or a zero-based budget, every dollar does count. So we only received $28,615, which was gut-wrenching going through it, trying to make sure that we were prioritizing the correct things. So that was less of $3,768. So even though we did receive some extra bits of income, what we didn't receive really outweighed that. Hopefully I can get this in. So if we go 415 plus 21 minus $3,768. So we were actually in the negative, or received $3,332 less than we were expecting. Extremely underwhelming. So for the first quarter, we ended up getting $29,000 $418. So yeah, so that's being difficult. We are expecting to receive this money in the future. However, it's up for debate when that salary will actually come in. And yeah, that's as much as I'm willing to go into that. Okay, cool. So let's move on to housing. Okay, so now we're at our housing. So for our mortgage, we wanted to put away $7,377. What we managed to put away was that amount exactly. So $7,377, no change. For our rates, we did end up putting away $420 as estimated. So that was fine. For our water, what we ended up putting away was $200. The reason being is we do have, so all of these are sinking funds pretty much. So we did have a buffer in there. See, I don't know, this is where I get confused if I put it in green or red. So we do have a buffer in there as it's been building up over the years, or the year. Sorry, so our home insurance, $358. So because this is more of a fixed amount, we did end up putting in $358. For our electricity, we ended up doing $310. Same thing, so we did have a buffer in there, so we were able to get away with just putting $310 in there. For our gas, we ended up putting $114 in there. So same goes here, so $60 less than what we wanted to put in. Internet got 180, so it's hard because this is fixed. 195, however we only put in 180, so that's $15 difference. And then our phones, for our phones we did do 198, so that's also a fixed expense. And then our subscriptions got 401. Subscriptions have absolutely been kicking our butt lately, and it's extremely infuriating. I just keep getting all these like annual renewals and things that just blindside me pretty much. This calculator, I do not miss it at all. It's such a little pain in the behind. And yeah, so let's calculate this. So
7377 plus 420 plus 200 plus 8 plus 10 plus 104 plus 180 plus 198 plus 411 equals.
So that's a total of $9,558. That went towards housing.
So that is plus 60 plus 15.
375. We'll just cross check that again. Yeah, so $375 difference. Okay, so now let's get down to our variable expenses. So for my spend, I estimated I'd get $1,033. However, what I actually ended up getting was $678. So reason being is we got paid less. So pretty much I took a bit of a pay cut, if that makes sense. So that's $355 less than expected. My husband's spending money was meant to be $1,420. So the reason why mine is less, sorry to interject again, is pretty much because of the 100 envelope challenge. So his spending money, what he got was $1,120. And that's just what happens sometimes, is he gets a bit more just because he is out of the house. So say buying lunch and things, and with me dealing with not a horrible pregnancy, but pretty harsh one, he doesn't always have time to pack his lunch and things. So that's why he got a lot more. And then for our groceries, we end up spending $1,579. So that only got $10 less. And then for household, $260 was expected. We only put $230 there, so we didn't need the full amount. So that's a $30 difference. For baby, so baby got more than expected. So we budgeted at $975. However, we actually spent $1,156. So that was just getting last minute things for his nursery, and also any essentials that we needed for him. So for our fur baby, she was going to get $260. However, we allocated her $240. So she got $20 less than expected or estimated. For petrol got $270 instead of $290. So that was a savings of $20 there. For the patrol, so we wanted to put $850 towards that. However, we'll only manage to put $600, and that's sinking fund sitting at a negative, which is very frustrating. But look, when we finally sell it, we'll just get rid of that negative balance. And then our anniversary, we did end up spending $75. So there was no change there. And then the gym. So this is something new. So my husband and I are wanting to sign up to the gym. Pretty much what this would be is one of our yearly memberships. So it's a lot cheaper to do it for the whole year rather than stagger it out or pay fortnightly for it. So that was what we were hoping to do. However, no one has signed up to the gym. So yeah, that's still earmarked for a later date. Still wanting to do that, wanting to focus on our house. Go through and calculate these. So on variable expenses, we ended up spending or allocating $5,948, which is $1,218 less. I'll just double check that. So that is $1,218 less than what we were expecting to spend. Okay, so here we are at our debt section. So for our renovation loan, we wanted to put away $5,400. Thankfully, we managed to do that. So no change there. For our Bankwest credit card, we wanted to put away $1,625. However, we only managed to do $1,490, which this is red. However, because it is less than expected, I will just pop it in green. So that's $135 less than what we were expecting to put away or pay towards that. And then our Tucson, so our car loan, we managed to put $1,440 into that sinking or expense fund, which was $120 less than expected. Our emergency fund, so this is where it's tricky. So we didn't put anything towards that. We weren't expecting to. However, we did spend out of it, which isn't reflected anywhere. And I think it was just one of those things where it's like, I don't remember exactly what we spent it on. If something just popped up and I was like, okay, we've just got to do it. Yeah, sorry, I just don't really remember. So I'll just calculate these quickly. So 5,400, 1,490, 1,440 equals $8,330 towards debt, which is still pretty good. So we divide that by 3, and that's almost $2,800 a month. So that's pretty good. And 135 plus 120 equals $255 there. Okay, so now down to our savings category. So for home maintenance, and this is where it sort of really shows where the pay not coming through did, say, hurt us or hinder us a bit too. And it is hard because you think, oh, that money will come through very shortly. As I said, we're near the tail end of April and we still haven't got the money. So, yeah. So for home maintenance, we wanted to do $835. However, we only managed to do $480. I'm really wanting to get this up because if something does happen, knock on wood it doesn't, we don't really have that much in here. And we allocated $355 less, so that is quite concerning. So from my savings, instead of $600, I got $350. So that was $250 less. Ugly handwriting. And my husband, he got $400, which was again $250 less than expected. For gifts and events, we wanted to put away $686. So here we overspent in a sense, but we had a wedding. Yeah, it just is what it is. So we overspent on gifts by $21. However, that's not negative, thank golly. That $21 came out of the sinking fund. So Christmas, we wanted to put away $260. However, we only managed to put away $160 for that. So pretty much on these, we're going to be playing catch up. With health, that only got $160 as well. So $100 less, which is very concerning just because of my pregnancy, and if any unexpected medical expenses pop up or anything like that, then yeah, we're just going to have to see what happens. And then with the transport, so this is the Tucson running costs and things like that. We did treat that as a priority because our service is due in June, I believe, so not long until that's due, and plus we had a rego payment come out as well, so we needed to make sure money was there for that. And then for my mat leave savings, this did take a bit of a hit, so we only managed to save $1,100 instead of the $1,430, so that was $330 less than what we were hoping for the 100 envelope challenge. So that did get $504. And that's the other thing too. I'm not sure if I'm abandoning this challenge or what I'm doing. It's just up in the air. It's so frustrating because I was doing so well with it. Yeah, it's just, I think emergency fund needs to come to the forefront now, because if this happens again, we need a way to shelter ourselves pretty much. So with the shortfall even, that got $681 instead of that $801. So that was $120 less. But yeah, I'm not too sure what I'm doing with all of that debacle. Still just weighing it up in my mind on what we're going to do.
So let's get this calculated. So 480 plus 350, 400, 707, 160, 140, 1100, 504, 681 equals, so for
savings or sinking funds, we managed to put $5,582. So that was, we'll just put these together and then double check it. $1,484 less.
Let's just double check that. 1484, okay.
$484 less. Hopefully you can see this okay, but I'll just pop in the actuals and then I will zoom you back in. So for our income,
it was $29,418. For housing, it was $9,558. For variable, $5,948. For debt was $8,330. And then for savings was $5,582.
so what I'll do just quickly is run through these and make sure that they all calculate. Perfect. So that all adds up. And then I'll just go through and put the plus and minuses in here. So for income, so this was bad at $3,332. And that's the other thing too, can I just say, is it is hard when you don't know that you're going to be short paid as well. So in hindsight, if I got this $28,615 and that's what I was allocated for quarter one, then I'd be able to allocate or disperse our money more appropriately, and also watch out on spending on certain things as well. But that's the thing, you don't have a crystal ball, do you? 8-4. Okay, so this is where it always trips me up, but let's just see if this works. 37. So that is, everything is accounted for except for the emergency fund, as I said earlier. I'm not exactly sure where that money went. It's probably to cover something that was quite important. I'll zoom you in and get the calculator in the shot as well. So we'll just have to, hopefully you can see this. Start off with income. So 29,418 divided by 32,170. So I'm guessing it's 10% less than what we're expecting. Please correct me if I'm wrong, but that is pretty much 10% of that. So I do apologize if, yeah, that is wrong. Sorry about that, guys. I just went a little bit rogue there and was doing the wrong calculations. So pretty much, so we go $9,558 divided by what was actually received equals 32.4%. So we'll call that 32%. So 32% on housing, 5,948 divided by 29,418 equals 20%. So 20% went to variable expenses. And then our debt, divided by 24, there we go. So that was 28%. 28% there. And then for our savings, oops, divided by 29418 equals, we'll call that 19%. Okay, so let's just calculate these. 32 plus 20 plus 28 plus 19. So we're off by 1 percentage point. That's okay, as per usual. I don't really mind. But yeah, so I'll just zoom you in. So that is how quarter one went. So there we go, that's how quarter one went. So disheartening to say the least, but hey, what can you do? Finally, what I'm going to do is just go through our sinking funds with you, so that way you can see our balances and things. I'll go through our expense and sinking funds, that way you can see the balances and where we're sitting with these. Let's get started. So with our mortgage, we wanted to put in $7,377, which we managed to do. So $7,377, and then on mortgage payments and fees as well. So that's something new that I've added or combined into here, was $6,621. So, and then this ended with a balance of $792. The reason being is if our mortgage, because we're on variable, if our mortgage repayments do go up, then that way we do have a nice little buffer there to shelter us from any of that. So with our rates, we wanted to put in $420, which we managed to do. Our rates payment did come out at $370, leaving this with $295. For our water, so we wanted to put in $325. However, we put in $200, and then a water bill has come out, so that is quarterly for $227, and we still have $389 left in there. Our home insurance, we wanted to put in $358, which we managed to do, and then that comes out monthly, so $353. $3 came out of there, leaving it with $128. Electricity, we wanted to put in $485. However, we only managed to put in $310. Luckily, this does have a buffer. So for gas, we wanted to put $174. However, we only put in $114. And our gas was $122. So see, lucky we do have these buffers, so then these aren't going in a negative balance, because as you can see, a lot of them are more than what we've put in. So internet, so we wanted to put in $195, we only managed to put in $180, and then we spent $198. So this is one that I've got to keep a close eye on, and maybe just chuck an extra $15 in there, because that balance is running quite low. For our phones, we wanted to put in $198, which we managed to do. $198. Phones actually came to $210, leaving that with $68 balance. For subscriptions, like, they're just killing us at the moment. So we did put in $401. However, and then this is what, $491 in the first quarter went to subscriptions. Like, honestly, it's just so infuriating. But it is what it is, I guess. So for my spending money, I wanted to get $1,033. However, what I actually managed to get was $678. And I spent $531, and that's another thing. I would have spent a lot less had I known we were going to get paid less. And that leaves me with $222. For groceries, what came in was $1,557, and we have spent $1,470. So groceries left with a balance of $163, which is nice. And we do have to do quite a few big shops. So a lot of my spending money, unfortunately, has gone on takeaway. I just haven't felt like food at home, and I've just been feeling like dirty food. And I think that's pregnancy and stress related, just with not being paid and then other things going on personally. It's just, yeah, give me takeout over having a home cooked meal. My husband will even cook the meals, and it's just sort of like, I've gone to him sometimes, don't even bother, we'll just get pizza or something. Like, yeah, it's just that time. So household got $230. We spent $214, and that leaves us with $40. With baby, so baby got more than we were expecting to spend, so $1,196. We spent $1,277, leaving him with $39. Our fur baby, she got $240. And we spent $194 on her, and so she has $228 in there. For petrol we put $270. We spent $192, leaving that with $120. The petrol, so this is where it's frustrating as well. So we wanted to put $850, only managed to do $600. However, we've spent, in the first 3 months of this year, trying to get this car ready for sale, $2,802, which is left this at a negative of $2,202. And then the toll, so pretty much I'm not keeping a close eye on this, because as for tolls, it's not a budget line item anymore, because the person has just been paying us the amount that's due. So $650 came in. I just keep track of how much is spent and whatnot. Then $946, and we finish the month with $204. Okay, so let's go through and calculate exactly how much came in. $14,000, so much money, $979 came in, and what we spent. Okay, so what we spent was $16,613. So basically what this tells us is the amount that we put in was too little to keep up with the amount that we spent. However, because most of these are positive, it doesn't really have too much of an impact. Our ending balance, so we started with $2,286 at the start of the year. We contributed $14,979, and then we spent $16,613. So that left us with a balance of $652. So luckily that is still positive. However, as I said, these didn't have majority positive balances, and it was this guy too who was frustrating. Then that would have been a negative. So now we're at our sinking funds. Let's see what's happened here. So for my savings, I actually ended up getting $350, and I spent $144, and that left me with $601 at the beginning of April. For hubby, he ends up getting $458, and he spent $404. In good fashion, he is a little spender bee, but that's okay. The money's there to be spent. So for gym, we didn't put in anything, we didn't take away anything. So it has a balance of 0, which is annoying, but hey. Home maintenance, we ended up putting in $480, $104. I apologize for the ugly writing there. Leaving this with a balance of $699. For gifts and events, we ended up putting in $707 and spending $586, leaving this with a positive balance of $121, which I do love to see. Oh, this one not being negative anymore, honestly, makes me feel so good. So we only got to put $160 towards Christmas. Nothing was spent. So we've got $160 in here. For health, we managed to put also $160 in here. However, we spent $114. This was just from me being sick and stuff, so I didn't charge that to the baby fund, just because that was me being sick and it wasn't hospital or doctor's appointments necessarily for baby. And then transport, so we wanted to put $338 for insurance, which we managed to do. We haven't spent any of that, so there's $468 there ready for the next insurance payment. For registration, we did put $377. However, as I said, the rego was due, so this line is negative, $348. However, the amount that we put towards this every week, so $29 a week, is enough to clear this negative balance as well as prepare for next year's rego payment. And then after next year's rego payment, the $29 will be decreased by how much the rego is at that time. So I think it goes up a bit every year. Anyway, maintenance, $260. Nothing spent there. So we've got $385 ready for its service. And then other, so this will be things like Ubers, car washes and things like that. That's got $65. However, we did get a car wash for $8, and that leaves this with $57. And my mat leave savings, we wanted to do $1,430. However, we only managed to do $1,100. Haven't spent anything out of there. So this, I'm excited. It does have a nice balance of $2,050. 100 envelope challenge, did get it to $504. Nothing extra, or nothing was spent out of there. So this has $811 in there. I'm not sure if I'm going to abandon this. Maybe roll this into our emergency fund. I'm not sure yet. I did love getting you guys to submit numbers. However, just this first quarter of this year has really kicked my butt. So I'm just, yeah, not too sure. So shortfall, 636. Nothing was spent. And same with this shortfall category. I'm thinking if I just grab these two and pop it in an emergency fund, please let me know what you think about that. And yeah, we'll see what happens. And then our rounding challenge, which I'm still doing, got $46.08. Nothing was spent. So we got $46.83 in here now, which is very exciting. So that's a very nice positive there. So let's go through and calculate what was put into these funds.
350 plus 458 plus 480, 77, 160, 160, 877, 260, 65, 100,
Okay, so that equals $5,641.08. See what was what we spent out of here.
404, 804, 586, oops, 114, 870, and $8.
So we spent $2,930. That is a big spend out of sinking funds. However, yeah, registration and some home maintenance, and yeah, it does add up though. And then our ending balance
for the quarter, 160, 123, 68, minus 384, plus 385, 67, 2050, 811, 66, 46.83.
so $6,063.83. Wow, okay. So last but not least, our account balance, where it has ended. Sorry. So we've got, sugar. So we've got our sinking fund balance here, and then we'll just add on our expense fund balance. So the balance at the end of quarter one, $6,715.83. And where this money lives is in our offset account. So that is our quarter one update. I do apologize for it being quite a longer video. I wasn't expecting it to be this long. Hopefully I can cut it down and make it a lot more digestible for you guys. But yeah, there was a lot of updates, a lot of rambling, a lot of explanations. But yeah, I do thank you all so much if you've come back to watch this video. And I do apologize for abandoning the channel for about 2 months there. And I'm not sure exactly how frequent I'm going to be uploading, just because I haven't given birth. I was hoping that I would have given birth, gotten into a routine, and then could start churning out videos as I used to, pretty much. And I'm not sure about my schedule going forward, and I do apologize. It does make it hard. However, my next video will be our debt update, so pretty much where we're sitting with all of our debts. So that will be the next video after this. As I said, I do apologize, and hopefully you will stick around. If you are new here, please subscribe, like, comment, do all those fun things, and hopefully baby will be here soon. So yeah, thank you all so much again, guys, and thank you to any new subscribers. I will be responding to comments and things, so I am playing a bit of catch up today. But yeah, thank you all so much, and I really do appreciate each and every single one of you, and I'll see you really soon. Bye.